Welcome back to today's video. If you're wondering why, our number one is drug trades that Tenpenny and them are in bed with the Ballas. They want to control all the gangs, plain and simple, to get drugs out, sell them so they can make a profit. And what they end up doing is holding a gun to Big Smoke's head, and he immediately agrees to sell it to Grove Street fam and to make some Benjamins, in his words, while he was at it, as seen in this clip right here.
Yeah, it's cool. Now the way I see it is that we don't have a choice. Ain't nothing to feel bad about. You put a gun to a brother's head, brother's gonna do what he's told, no matter if he's a fool or a wise man. You don't want to put it in the brain, but if you can make it work and make some Benjamins while you at it, then that's cool.
See? Yeah, all he cares about is money and drugs.
Can you lick my underwear?
Well, he don't even care about the drugs. He just cares about making a profit, which is why he comes to Sweet right here.
Hey, fool, we losing the streets, man.
Nah, we just standing by our principles, homie.
But our principles are making us bitches, man. Everyday ballers get stronger, and you and I get weaker. You and I get poorer, man.
And what Sweet wants to do is stand by his principles, which is no drugs on the street, because he notices that it's making people look like zombies and they're getting addicted and acting crazy. Which is why we see towards the end of the game he gets even more tempted by this stuff, because Big Smoke keeps bringing it up in his face. And yeah, he even says this when he gets first tempted by it, so it'll blow over, right? Which is a good thing. He don't want no drugs on the street. He wants to keep it clean. But all Big Smoke and Ryder care about is money, which is why they almost let it slip and move in the mission drive-by. And that's just plainly it. They just care about money, man. And it's very deep. They wanted to get rid of Sweet next, so they can be in charge of the Grove Street gang. Because see, if Sweet gets capped, if they get rid of Sweet entirely, Big Smoke and Ryder would run the gang, and while CJ stays in Liberty. So if it wasn't for CJ even coming back from Liberty, I'll go more in depth on what CJ was doing in Liberty in another video, but they end up talking to Officer Tenpenny that they couldn't do it. They failed, right? Which leads to this right here. And these are the guys who capped it CJ's mom and Sweet's mom on accident. Right here.
Man, you sure about this thing?
Man, I'm telling you, dude. Grove Street's gonna shit, man. They done.
But we copping off one of they OGs, man. You sure this is cool? Or this some kind of trap?
He cool, man.
These are the ones who called down the hit to fellow Ballas soldiers after Officer Tenpenny telling them to cap Sweet. This was originally a target on Sweet. That's why they say, why are we capping one of their OGs? But they even end up failing too. And Big Smoke doesn't just even fail there, he fails in the beginning of the game because CJ got in the house. If CJ did not return to Grove Street before burying his mom's, that would have been Sweet walking home and Big Smoke beating the crap out of him with a bat. That's why he was there. But, and to prove that this all happened, here's the clip right here of the ball of soldiers.
Oh! Oh, shit, hell! Oh, mama! Mama! Come on, get the... Come on, bro! Mama! See?
And this is why you fail. You end up hurting innocent people. Which was Sweet and Carl's mom. Hate to see it. But she was caught in the crossfire over some drugs and money and power. That'd be all for today's video. May y'all have a good